So welcome. So this is CAIE 9709 P1 Pure Mathematics question paper, October 2008. There are something around 10 questions. We shall try to solve all the questions. So the first question, find the coefficient of the x square in this expansion. So we should just write the general term 6CR x upon 2 whole to the power of r and 2 upon x whole to the power of 6 minus r. So this is a general term. I want x square. So what am I going to do? I am going to take the terms of x, only x. So it becomes x power r 1 upon x power 6 minus r. This should be equal to x power 2. So I want to get the value of r. So x power r minus 6 plus r is equal to x power 2. X gets cancels. 2r minus 6 is equal to 2. 2r is equal to 8. R is equal to 4. So the value of r is 4. So but I want the coefficients right now. So coefficient, in the sense coefficient of x square, I take only the numbers now. So 6c4 1 upon 2 whole to the power of 4, there is a 2 over here, and 2 upon 2 to the power of 6 minus 4. So this becomes 6c4 value from the calculator. You can do that. This is 15. 1 upon 2 power 4 is nothing but what? 16. Then 2 square is 4. So answer is going to be 15 upon 4. Or you want to write in 3 significant figures, 3.75. That's going to be the answer for the first question. Coming to the second question, prove this identity. So what should I do? First multiply both the denominators. Cos x times 1 plus sin x. Do the cross multiplication. 1 plus sin x whole square plus cos x times cos x is cos x whole square. So it is a plus b whole square, a square plus 2ab plus b square plus cos square x divided by cos x times 1 plus sin x. Now what you can see, cos square x plus sin square x is going to be nothing but what? 1. So it is 1 plus 2 sin x plus 1 divided by cos x times 1 plus sin x. So it becomes 2 plus 2 sin x upon cos x times 1 plus sin x. So take 2 common, 1 plus sin x upon cos x times 1 plus sin x. 1 plus sin x, 1 plus sin x gets cancels. I am left over with 2 upon cos x. That's going to be the answer. Coming to the third question, the first term of an arithmetic progression is 6. So a is equal to 6. The fifth term, so this is the first term, the fifth term is 12. The progression has n terms and the sum of all the n terms is equal to 90. And what is the value of n? That is the question. Okay, so we shall write that one in a straight line so that we can understand. So the fifth term is 12 and sum of n terms is equal to 90, and what is the value of n? So we know the fifth term is 12. Fifth term means a plus 4d is equal to 12. A is how much? 6. 6 plus 4d is equal to 12. So 4d is equal to 6. So d is equal to 6 upon 4, which is 1.5. Now it has been given that Sn is 90. Sn formula is n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1 times d is equal to 90. I don't know the value of n upon 2. Substitute the values of a and d. 2 times a is 6 plus n minus 1 times d. D is, I take it as 6 by 4 or 1.5 or 3 upon 2 equals 90. So it becomes n upon 2 times 12 plus n minus 1 times 3 upon 2 is equal to 90. What am I going to do? I am going to do the cross multiplication of this 2 with 90. So it becomes n times 12 plus 3n minus 3 upon 2 is equal to 90 times 2 is 180. Then I do for the further simplification. So 12 upon 1 Do the multiplication of both the denominators and do the cross multiplication. It becomes 24 plus 3n minus 3 upon 2 is equal to 180. Then still do the further cross multiplication. So n times 21 plus 3n is equal to 180 times 2 is 360. So I get 3n square plus 21n minus 360 is equal to 0. I can divide with 3, 3 times 1, 3 times 7, 3 times 120. So I get n square plus 7n minus 120 is equal to 0. If I factorize this one, I get it as n 120 factors. I should be getting 120 factors is 18 and 15, 8 and 15. So n minus 8 times n plus 15 is equal to 0. So n is equal to 8 or n is equal to negative 15. N is equal to negative 15 is rejected. So n is equal to 8. That's question number 3. Coming to question number 4. He has given some diagram, semicircular prism. Then it has been told that the length of the prism is 20. The midpoint of AD is O, and BC, the midpoint of BC is M. That's great. Midpoint of DC is N. Okay. The points E and F are the highest points. Okay, of the semicircular prism. EP is 8. EP is 8. Okay. Unit vectors I, J, K are parallel to OD, OM, and OE. Find the vectors PA. So I have to get P to A. How should I get P to A? So I should, what does it mean? PA. PA means I should start from P and end at A. So I will be going P to E. Then I go E to O. Then I go O to A. That should be the path. I go P to E. Then I come downwards. Then I go backwards. So if I do that one in a different color, it will be easy to understand because black color is already there in the question. So I choose a blue color. So I want P to A. So I go P to E. 8 centimeters backwards. Along which direction? J. So it is minus 8J. Then I come down P to O. E to O. E to O. It is along the direction K. Coming down. It is along K, and it has been given that the radius is 6 centimeters, so the height is 6 centimeters, so it is coming down, so it is in the backward direction minus 6J. Then finally once I come down, then I go back O to A. O to A is again going back in the direction of I, so minus 6I. So this is PA. So if at all I write that one, it becomes minus 6I minus 8J minus 6K. So this is PA. Now I want PN. P to N. How should I go? Start from P and end at N. Start from P and end at N. Okay, so in that case, what can I do? So I go P to E, E to O, O to D, and D to N. Okay, P, E, E, O, O, D, O, N. P, E, E, O, O, D, and D, N. So this is the path that I should be following. Okay, so I minimize and check it out. P to E. I'm going 8 units backwards in the direction of J, so minus 8J. E to O is coming downwards in the backward direction of K, So it is minus 6k because the radius is 6, therefore it is minus 6k. Then O to D is going in the direction of I, 6 centimeters, so 6I. But D to N is again going in the direction of J, but it is half of 20 because already 20, D to C is 20, but N is a midpoint, so half of 20 is nothing but what? 10, 10J. So when I simplify it, it will become 6I minus 2 plus 2J minus 6K. So that is P to N. Now, what else being asked in the question? Use this angle to find APN. So cos APN. So it is PA dot PN upon modulus of PA times modulus of PN. So PA dot PN. So it is minus 6I minus 8J minus 6K dot 6I plus 2J minus 6K divided by modulus of PA, 6 square plus 8 square plus 6 square, 6 square plus 2 square plus 6 square. So this becomes minus 36. 6 times 6 is minus 36. Then minus 8 times 2 is minus 12, 16. And minus 6 times minus 6 is plus 36 upon square root of 136 square root of 76. So that becomes negative 16 upon square root of 136 square root of 76. So when I do by calculator, angle APN is equal to cos inverse of negative 16 upon square root 136 square root 36. Take out the calculator and do that. It comes something around 99 degrees. So answer is 99 degrees. That's question number 4. Coming to question number 5. The function f of x is equal to a minus b cos x and x lies between 0 to 360, where a and b are positive constants. The maximum value of f of x is 10 and the minimum value is minus 10. So a minus b cos x. This is f of x. Maximum value of cos is positive 1. Minimum value of cos is negative 1. So he says the maximum value of f of x is 10. So because it is a minus b cos x, so I have to take the minimum value. A minus b times of minus 1 should be equal to 10. So because of this minus symbol, you have to take the minimum value to get the maximum value, opposite term. So a plus b is equal to 10. Now you have to take the maximum value for a minus b of maximum value of cos is plus 1 to get the minimum value of the entire expression minus 2. So a minus b is equal to minus 2. So because of the negative symbol, when you take the minimum value, the final answer should be maximum. And when you take the maximum value, the final answer will be minimum. You got two equations. Now solve these two equations. A plus b is equal to 10. A minus b is equal to negative 2. Simplify. 2a is equal to 8. A is equal to 4. And plug in a is equal to 4. 4 plus b is equal to 10. B is equal to 6. So I got a is equal to 4, b is equal to 6. Solve the equation f of x is equal to 0. So now that I got that equation, what is that? A minus b cos x. 4 minus 6 cos x is equal to 0. So 6 cos x is equal to 4. Cos x is equal to 4 upon 6. Cos x is equal to 2 upon 3. So from there, x is equal to cos inverse 2 upon 3, which is in three significant figures, either 48.2 degrees, because in 0 to 360, two answers, it will be in first quadrant and the fourth quadrant. Another answer will be 311.8 degrees. That's going to be the answer. Now, in the next part of the question, what is being asked is, I quickly add a page. So it is being asked, sketch the graph y is equal to f of x. So f of x is equal to 4 minus 6 cos x and x lies between 0 to 360 degrees. Okay, and we know that the maximum value of this one is 10 and the minimum value is -2, and the value of x is r. We just now got 48.2 degrees and 311.8 degrees. So these are the things that we need to consider while drawing the graph. So I draw the x-axis quickly and the y-axis. On the x-axis it is 0 to 360. On the y-axis we want the maximum value as 10 and minimum value as -2. Okay, then the origin is O. Now it goes from minimum to maximum and comes down, and we know that these values are 48.2 degrees and 311.8 degrees. So this is approximate curve. That's question number 5. Coming to question number 6. In the diagram, the circle has a center O and radius 5. The points P and Q lie on the circle and the arc's length is 9 centimeters. The tangent to the circle at P and Q meet at T. Calculate P of Q in the radians theta. P of Q, the length of P of Q, angle P of Q in radians. So length of the arc PQ is equal to, formula is r theta. It is 9, r is 5 and theta we don't know, means it implies theta is equal to 9 upon 5, which is 1.8 radians. Radians, don't forget to write radians. Now find the length of PT. So we know that this particular angle is 1.8. So what am I going to do it is, I am going to construct a triangle. I am going to divide this into triangles so that one of the angle will become 0.9, another angle will become 0.9. There is a triangle POT. Triangle POT. In that I take tan POT. Tan POT is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. What is opposite side? PT. PT is the opposite side. Okay, and adjacent side. Opposite side by adjacent side, not hypotenuse, adjacent side. Adjacent side is nothing but what? PO. PT upon PO. So tan 0.9 is equal to PT. We have to calculate PO value is 5. So PT is equal to 5 times tan 0.9. 5 times tan 0.9. When I do that one, it becomes 6.30 centimeters. Don't forget to write the units. Next, find the area of the shaded region. So how should I find the area of the shaded region? So I take two triangles. The two triangles area, I'll add it up and subtract the area of the sector. I take the area of the two triangles times subtract the area of the sector. So area of shaded region will be area of two triangles minus area of sector. So area of the two triangles, 2 times, both the triangles area will be the same. So half times base into height. Base is PO, height is PT. Half times PO times PT minus area of the sector is half r square theta. So 2 gets cancels. PO value was 5 and PT value just now we got 6.30 minus half r square theta. R is 5 square and theta value we got it as 1.8. Simplify this one, you should be getting something around 9.00 centimeters square. That's going to be the answer for question number 6. Now coming to question number 7. The wire 80 centimeters long is cut into two pieces. One piece is bent in the form of a square, x centimeters, and the other piece is bent in the form of a circle of radius, r centimeters. The total area of the square and the circle is A. Show that A is equal to this much. So total area is area of square plus area of circle. Area of a square is 4 times x, 4x, plus area of a circle. What is this? Area of a square. So area of the square is not 4x, it is x square, and area of a circle is pi r square. So x square plus pi r square. This is the total area. But now when we see the question, we can see that we don't have anything r in the question. So we have to find it out the value for r and substitute back into this formula. So how should I do? We know that the total length of the wire is 80 centimeters. So over here, perimeter of the square plus perimeter of the circle should add up to 80. So 80 should be equal to perimeter of the square, which is 4x, perimeter of the circle is 2 pi r. From there, make r as a subject. 2 pi r is equal to 80 minus 4x. So pi r is equal to 40 minus 2x. R is equal to 40 minus 2x upon pi. Now plug in this one over here. So in the form of area, in the formula of area. So now area is equal to x square plus pi times r square, 40 minus 2x upon pi whole square. So simplify that one. So it becomes x square plus pi times 40 minus x whole square, 1600, a square minus 2ab plus b square upon pi square. 1 pi and pi gets cancels. Then do the cross multiplication. So pi x square plus 1600 minus 160x, then plus 4x square upon pi. Then take x square as a common, so it becomes pi plus 4 minus 160x plus 1600 upon pi. This is going to be the answer for the first part. Given that x and r can vary, find the value of x when a has a stationary value. So I got this as a has a stationary value. So I am going to find dA upon dx. Derivative, so 1 upon pi is a constant, it remains as it is. X square derivative, what is x square derivative? X square derivative is 2x. X derivative is minus 160, x derivative is minus 160. 1600 derivative is 0. So it has a stationary value, so first derivative should be equal to 0. dA by dx should be equal to 0. So 1 upon pi times pi plus 4 times 2x minus 160 should be equal to 0. So 2x times pi plus 4 minus 160 is equal to 0. So 2x times pi plus 4 is equal to 160. So 2x is equal to 160 upon pi plus 4. So it implies x is equal to 80 upon pi plus 4. Simplify in 3 significant figures, 11.2. That's going to be the answer. Now coming to question number 8. The equation of the curve is y is equal to 5 minus 8x. Show that the equation of the normal at the point P2, 1 is this one. So y is equal to 5 minus 8 upon 8x, 8 upon x, 8x to the power of minus 1. So I find dy by dx, 5 derivative is 0, minus 8 times minus 1, x power minus 1 is minus 2. So slope of tangent, plug at 2, 1. So plug in 2, 1, so this becomes 8 upon 2 square, which is 8 upon 4, which is 2. So that's the slope of the tangent. Whenever you find the derivative, it gives you slope of the tangent. But we are talking about normal, so slope of the normal will be reciprocal and change the symbol. So now I need to find equation of normal. Equation of normal is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So it becomes y minus 1 is equal to negative 1 upon 2 times x minus 2. So do the cross multiplication. 2y minus 2 is equal to negative x plus 2. So it becomes x plus 2y is equal to 4. That is the equation of the normal. This normal meets the curve again at Q. Find the coordinates of Q. So the curve equation was y is equal to 5 minus 8 upon x. Equation of the normal was 2y plus x is equal to 4. So we have to solve these two equations. So from here we can get 2y is equal to 4 minus x and y is equal to 4 minus x upon 2. We can see that both are y, so 5 minus 8 upon x is equal to 4 minus x upon 2. So take the common denominator x, 5x minus 8 is equal to 4 minus x upon 2. Then do the cross multiplication. 2 times 5x minus 8 is equal to x times 4 minus x. So it becomes 10x minus 16 is equal to 4x minus x square. So you get an equation x square plus 6x minus 16 is equal to 0. So this is x plus 8 times x minus 2 is equal to 0. So this gives you x is equal to negative 8 or x is equal to 2. Two values of x. But x is equal to 2 was the point P. So I will be taking it out. X is equal to 8. Negative 8. So once x is equal to negative 8, I take the equation 2y plus the curve equation is much more easier. Y is equal to 5 minus 8 upon x. So y is equal to 5 minus 8 upon negative 8. So that is 6. So the point Q will be negative 8 comma 6. I don't take 2 because already at P it was 2 comma 1. P was 2 comma 1. So already x is equal to 2 represents P. So I take x is equal to negative 8. That is Q. I quickly add one more page because I feel there is one more part of the question. He says find the length of PQ. Okay. So we know that P was 2 comma 1 and Q was negative 8 comma 6. So I need to find the length between P to Q. So I use x2 minus x1 whole square. Minus of minus 8 becomes plus 8. And y2 minus y1 whole square, 1 minus 6 whole square, which is 10 square plus 5 square, which is 125. You want to write in three significant figures, it is 11.2, or you can leave it as 5 root 5. That's going to be the question number 8. Coming to question number 9, the diagram shows the curve y is equal to square root of 3x plus 1 and the points P and Q. The shaded region is bounded by the curve y-axis and the line y is equal to 2. Y-axis and the line y is equal to 2. Then find the area of the shaded region. Now it is with respect to y-axis. Whenever it is respect to y-axis, area will be pi integral x square x dy. Pi integral x dy, no need of pi, that is for volume. So area will be integral x dy. So I have to find out the value of x first. So it becomes y square is equal to 3x plus 1. 3x is equal to y square minus 1. X is equal to y square minus 1 upon 3. Because it is with respect to y-axis, the formula will integral x dy. Integral x is now y square minus 1 upon 3 times dy. Right? And the limits, because we can see that it is starting from 1 and ending at 2. 1 to 2. So it becomes y cube 1 upon 3 is outside. Y square integral is y cube by 3 minus 1 integral is y from 1 to 2. Plug in the values. Y cube upon 9 minus y upon 3 from 1 to 2. So it becomes 2 cube upon 9 minus 2 upon 3 minus 1 cube upon 9 minus 1 upon 3. So simplify this one, should be getting it out 4 upon 9. That is the first part. Find the volume of the shaded region 360 degrees rotated upon about x-axis. Now it is rotated along x-axis. Whenever the volume is there with respect to x-axis, so volume will be pi integral y square dx along x-axis. Y square dx. Y was square root of 3x plus 1, so 3x plus 1 whole square will be square root of 3x plus 1 whole square. So I write it out over here, whole square dx. That should be pi integral of 3x plus 1 dx. Now what should be the limits? Because it is rotated along x-axis. So the limits are nothing but what? 0 to 1. The limits will be 0 to 1. 0 to 1. I write it out over here, limits 0 to 1. So pi integral of 3x is 3x square upon 2 plus 1 integral is x, 0 to 1. So simplify that one. That should be giving you 0 is no need to simplify. So pi 3 upon 2 plus 1. So which is 5 pi upon 2. This is for the total curve. But we have to subtract the cylinder down. Okay. There is a cylinder over here. So with the radius 2 and height 1. Radius is going to be 2. This is going to be the radius, and this is, let me do it out in different color. So radius is going to be 2 and height is going to be 1. If at all I do this one, rotate along x-axis, it becomes a cylinder. So I'm going to find volume of cylinder, which is pi r square h. So pi r square, radius is 2 and h is 1, so 4 pi. So now I need to subtract it out from the total cylinder, the volume below the curve. So it is 4 pi minus, this is 2.5 pi, so which is 1.5 pi or 4.7. So what I have done it out, let us quickly recap. So in order to find the volume of the shaded region, I have to find the volume of this shaded region. So what I have done it out, I have taken the total volume of the cylinder. This green color one is cylinder. This is cylinder. Then minus, I have subtracted the volume of this curve, subtracted. So obviously automatically I'm left over with nothing but what? The volume of the shaded region. So what I have done, let me write it out neatly, clearly over here. Maybe I have went faster. So I feel that I have went faster. So I'll do that again over here. Volume of shaded region. The shaded region, what should I do is, I take the volume of entire triangle, entire shape. So which is nothing but what? A cylinder. When you rotate it along 360 degrees with respect to x-axis, it becomes a cylinder, minus then volume under the curve, under curve. So volume of the cylinder, we have got 4 pi. Volume under the curve, we got it as 5 by 2 pi. So this should be giving me as 1.5 pi. If you want to write in 3 significant figures, it is 4.71. That is the entire process that has been done in this solution. Now coming to the last part, tangents are drawn to the curves at point P and Q. At P and Q, find the acute angle in degrees to correct decimal one place between the two tangents. So, acute angle between the two tangents. So what was the equation? Y is equal to square root of 3x plus 1 or 3x plus 1 whole to the power of half. Now I find dy by dx. So it becomes half 3x plus 1 whole to the power of half minus 1 is minus half times 3. Now at P and Q. At P, x is equal to 0. So slope, so maybe m1, I take it as mp, is equal to 3 upon 2 times 0 plus 1 whole to the power of negative 1 upon 2, which is 3 upon 2. Now at Q, x is equal to, what is the value for x is equal to 1? So it becomes 1 upon 2, so mq. So mq should be equal to 1 upon 2 or 3 upon 2 times 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 whole power negative 1 upon 2. So which should become 3 upon 4. Now I want the acute angle between them. Okay, so what I can do, this is tan theta is equal to 3 upon 2. So immediately theta at P is equal to 56.3 degrees. And always slope of the tangent means tan theta Q is equal to 3 upon 4. So theta Q is equal to 36.9 degrees. So I want angle P and the angle between them, theta Q minus theta P, or theta P minus theta Q, whichever, bigger minus smaller. So theta P minus theta Q. So which is 56.3 degrees minus 36.9 degrees. So which is nothing but what? 19.4 degrees. This is one of the way to do the way in easier way. And finally to the question number 10. F of x is equal to 3x minus 2. Sketch in a single diagram f of x and f inverse of x, making clear relationship between the two graphs. So what is f of x? F of x is equal to 3x minus 2. So I want to find f inverse of x. So first of all, f of x, I draw a table, quickly draw a table having the values. X, y, if x is 0, y is minus 2. If y is 0, x is 2 upon 3. These are the values of x and y for f of x. So what am I going to do? I'm going to draw a x-axis and y-axis. X-axis and y-axis. So 0, x, positive y. If x is 0, y is negative 2, maybe over here. And if y is 0, x is 2 upon 3. 2 upon 3 maybe over here. So I use a different color so that it is easy to identify. For f of x I use a blue color, so negative 2, that's a point, and 2 upon 3, that may be a point. So I want a straight line passing through these two ones. So this is f of x. Okay. So it's becoming somewhat complicated because it is too small. So what I do is I take a bigger line so that it is easy to form. So now I take negative 2 and 2 upon 3. Negative 2 should be somewhat wider and 2 upon 3 should be somewhat closer. So this is negative 2 and this is 2 upon 3. This is for f of x. Okay. So I use this as f of x has been used as green color, so I use the same green color for f of x, so easy to identify. So it is 2, negative 2, and this is 2 upon 3. That is f of x. Now we take f inverse of x, maybe in different color, f inverse of x. F inverse of x will be having different values of x and y. This means the swapped values of x and y. What do I mean by different values? So here we got the values of f of x as 0 and negative 2 and 2 upon 3 and comma 0. So for f inverse of x, it is just the reciprocal of that one, means or the swapping of that one, it becomes minus 2 comma 0 and 0 comma 2 upon 3. So x is negative 2 and x is negative 2 and x is negative 2, then y is 0, and if x is 0, y is 2 upon 3. So it may be something like this. Negative 2 and 2 upon 3. Now the relationship between them. So y equal to x should be passing through this. So now you see the diagram is not looking correct. Okay, because all the three lines should be intersecting at one particular point. So what we have can do it, or because we are drawing a sketch, therefore we have to what it says, we can calibrate it and we can redraw it out neatly. So what should I do? But see that the concept is they all meet at one point. So what should I do? I draw first y equal to x. Okay, I draw y equal to x, that you cannot change it out, right? Y equal to x, this is y equal to x. Okay, now y is equal to f of x, I draw it out over here. Y is equal to f of x, and y is equal to f inverse of x, I also draw so that it passes to the same point. All should be passing through the same point in this way. Okay, so what I can do, this is y is equal to f inverse of x, this is y is equal to f of x, and the blue one is y is equal to x. All three should be passing through the same point. And what is the relationship between f of x and f inverse of x? Are the images of each other on the mirror line y equal to x. Now the function g of x is equal to 6x minus x squared. Express g of f of x in terms of x and show that the maximum value of g of f of x is 9. So f of x has been given as 3x minus 2 and g of x is given as 6x squared, 6x minus x squared, g of x, 6x minus x squared, 6x minus x squared. He is asking us to find the value of g of f of x. So which is g of f of x is 3x minus 2. So plug in 3x minus 2 over here, 6 times of 3x minus 2 minus 3x minus 2 whole square. So which is 18x minus 12, then minus 9x squared, 2ab, 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12x plus 4. So it becomes 18x minus 12 minus 9x squared plus 12x minus 4. So it becomes minus 9x squared plus 30x minus 16. We have to prove that its maximum value is 9. So what am I going to do? I am going to find the derivative. First derivative of g of f of x. It becomes minus 18x plus 30. Equate that to 0. Minus 18x plus 30 is equal to 0. So 18x is equal to 30. X is equal to 30 upon 18. 6 times 5, 6 times 3. 5 upon 3. Plug in this 5 upon 3 over here. So g of f of 5 upon 3 will become minus 9 times 5 upon 3 whole square plus 30 times 5 upon 3 minus 16. Simplify that. You should be getting it out. The value is 9. That's going to be the answer. Now to the next part of the question. The function h of x is same 6x minus x squared, but x is greater than or equal to 3. Express 6x minus x squared in this form, and hence find h inverse of x in terms of h of x, in terms of x. So h of x is equal to 6x minus x squared, x is greater than or equal to 3. So completing square, negative x squared plus 6x. So adding 9, subtracting 9. Okay, so what I can do, take minus common, x squared minus 6x plus 9 and plus 9. So these three terms are combined together. So I get it out, 9 minus x minus 3, or 9 minus x minus 3 whole square. That's going to be the value of h of x. Okay, so then what else been asked? To find h inverse of x. So y is equal to 9 minus. So what we can do, that is, because he says that x is greater than or equal to 3. So when x is greater than or equal to 3, we are going to take this as 9 minus 3 minus x whole square. Okay, because of that rule, x is greater than or equal to 3. So we have to take it as 3 minus x whole square. So the rule, x is greater than or equal to 3. And we want x minus 3 whole square in the form of x minus 3 whole square. So I wrote it as x minus 3 whole square, or you can continue to write, no point in doing it out this one. So what we can do it out is, because it is being asked as 3 in the form of x minus b whole square, so I write it as x minus 3 whole square. So now y is equal to 9 minus x minus 3 whole square. Now I make x as a subject. So what does it becomes? X minus 3 whole square is equal to 9 minus y. So x minus 3 is equal to square root of 9 minus y. I get plus or minus. Whenever I find the square root, it is plus or minus. So x is equal to 3 plus or minus square root of 9 minus y. But just now I said that if x is greater than or equal to 3, so I consider only positive. So x is equal to 3 plus square root of 9 minus y. But x is nothing but what? Inverse, h inverse of x. Or then h inverse of x. Or first of all, before that, I replace, swap x with y. Y is equal to 3 plus square root of 9 minus x. But what is y? Y is h inverse of x is equal to 3 plus square root of 9 minus x. That's going to be the answer. So that completes the paper. See you in the next paper. Bye.